fact, the money stops flowing from the Romanian national soon after Joe Biden leaves the vice presidency.
Well, there it is. House Oversight Committee Chair James Comer outlining yesterday what he calls a pattern of influence peddling by President Joe Biden's family. Congressman Comer revealing information the committee has obtained showing that the family, their associates, and their companies received over $10 million from foreign nationals and their companies, he alleges. Now, this alleged corruption goes all the way at the top. Let's discuss this now. We're joined by former New York City Police Commissioner Bernie Kerik, and alongside him, former Lieutenant Governor of New York State, Betsy McCaughey. Welcome into you both. What a bombshell. So here we have it. Comer says more than 20 companies, more than $10 million when Joe Biden was vice president. And we had the White House spokesperson, Ian Sams, saying, well, they're baseless personal attacks, baseless claims. Let's listen to Tennessee Congressman Tim Burchett on Newsmax.
They're lying. Oh, they're in trouble and they're caught. And I feel sorry for the staffers who are going to be pegged with this, who are told what to say. But it's pretty blatant and it's very obvious.
From all that we're learning, it looks like the walls could be closing in. Bernie, first to you.
Well, what's frightening is why did it take the House the opportunity to find this? A lot of this stuff was on the hard drive. A lot of this stuff has been known since October of 2020. Why is the House the only one that's putting it out there? Where's the FBI? Where's the DOJ? You know, they brought up this congressman the other day on 13 counts of corruption, they say. They investigated him for 3 months, 13 counts. They've had this stuff on Hunter Biden and his family for the last 2.5 years, and nobody in Justice or the FBI has done one single thing about it. This is corruption from Joe Biden through the Attorney General right down to the FBI.
Betsy, one of the biggest corruption stories possibly in our history involving a sitting U.S. president in the media. In addition to what Bernie's saying, they barely cover it. Let's just put up some of the headlines. It really is amazing to see the narrative. Without showing link to the president, Politico, no evidence of wrongdoing, Esquire, cobbled together. They're saying there's no smoking gun, but a lot of people say it's coming because Congress is looking to speak to a lot of other folks. There's that Vuk Jeremic, which the New York Post has also reported on, the former foreign minister of Serbia, who may have opened doors for the lucrative relationships. I really don't understand why the media had spent so much time on George Santos yesterday.
Well, it's clear that the media are, for the most part, wholly owned by the Democratic Party. But what's even more disturbing is that the FBI and the Department of Justice have become so partisan. They've held this information, as Bernie pointed out, since the middle of 2020. This information could have materially affected the 2020 election, and they understood that. Let's just spell it out for everyone who's watching. We've got 15 shell companies created by the Biden family's attorneys. We've got 12 banks. The forensic accountants have traced $10 million going to 9 immediate members of the Biden family, children and children's spouses of the Biden family, from China and from Romania. There is no explanation possible for this except corruption and, as you said, influence peddling, selling the vice presidency, selling access to the White House in return for cash to enrich the Biden family.
Yeah. Well, let's spend a moment before we let you guys go on Title 42, which is playing out right now, and we're watching, the southern border. This is a live image of migrants just milling about in San Ysidro. That's San Diego County, just north of Tijuana. We know so many more will be coming in. It's such a different story when you have folks in Florida, they call it the free state of Florida. If you're legal, Governor DeSantis signed some of the strongest anti-illegal immigration yesterday, sending a message. If you come here, you're not going to work. But then we have sanctuary cities, and you both know New York City is such a mess that we even have Eric Adams amending shelter in place last night, Bernie, because he knows that they're coming and he can't guarantee a bed for any of these folks.
This is one of the most severe crises, I believe, in U.S. history, because this is basically an invasion of illegals, criminals, and terrorists that the White House is doing absolutely nothing about, and it's gonna create mass chaos in a number of communities around the country. Where is Congress? Why are they not doing everything physically possible in their power to stop this? They've got to be stopped. This is insanity.
It is. And Betsy, I want to give you the final word as we have about 30 seconds left. The Border Patrol, we're hearing they're going to be pulled off to process people. The men and women who serve to strengthen our border not being allowed to do their jobs this evening when this expires.
Right. It's diminishing them, turning them into bellhops and hotel clerks, really providing concierge service for people coming over illegally. But I want to underscore how terrible this is for Americans all over the country. These illegal migrants are going to be sitting next to your children in school. They're going to be on the streets of your communities. They're bringing in tuberculosis and polio. We've had our first case of polio in New York State in many years, and now 80% of the wastewater in New York State is contaminated with a kind of polio that we find in South and Central America.
Incredible. And those are the ones that want to be found, that want to go to school. We have the people on the FBI and the terror lists and the gang members that want to come here and do harm, and we have no idea where they are, and this administration doesn't even want to track them. It's incredible. I appreciate you both for weighing in on all this. We know we'll be talking to you real soon. Betsy, McCaughey, Bernie, Kerik, good to see you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you both. Okay, so we're watching this very closely.